competitors are scared of you. The Morgan AI-powered life, the king of closings. This Wednesday at 1 p.m. PST.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. The Department of Justice scored another victory in its crackdown on redlining. But first, the mortgage industry continues to consolidate, with two privately held mortgage companies striking a deal on a sale. This time, it's mortgage banker CMG Mortgage announcing its plans to buy Homebridge Financial Services' retail operation. Homebridge will retain its two wholesale divisions, but CMG is acquiring Homebridge's 180 branches across more than 30 states. California-based CMG claims it originated $19 billion overall in 2022, while New Jersey-based Homebridge had $12 billion in origination across its divisions. CMG's CEO says that because of the two companies' shared heritage as privately held mortgage companies to our common focus on excellence for our customers and our employees, I am certain that together we will create meaningful opportunities for innovation and growth. As we continue to see layoffs, mergers, and overall origination coming to a standstill, many professionals are likely unsure about their own futures in the mortgage industry. But for Key Mortgage's Talita Guerrero, the current market is just another obstacle to overcome. As staff writer Katie Jensen tells us in this month's NMP Magazine cover article, Guerrero's story can teach us all a thing or two about finding a way.
You will always thrive if you're always doing the right thing.
That advice is easy to say, but Talita Guerrero knows a thing or two about thriving in any situation. An immigrant from Brazil, Guerrero moved out of her parents' home and in with her sister at 13. She then had a child at 15. If that's not enough, the baby was born just after 26 weeks.
The responsibility of becoming a parent, of becoming a good parent, of wanting to provide for him.
She opened up a cleaning business at 17, got into the mortgage industry at 18. She was doing well and got her first home. Then the housing market crashed in 2008, so she started taking on other jobs, both in and out of the industry.
I've learned how to really do everything in mortgages because now I couldn't just be a loan originator.
Guerrero persevered and went back to school when the market rebounded. Then she had started buying investment properties, but to make ends meet, she had to continue making sacrifices.
So on top of being a loan originator, going to school full time, I started to work on a diner on the weekends.
In 2016, Guerrero started her own company, Key Mortgage, where she focused on working with Portuguese-speaking homebuyers in Massachusetts. It's paid off. Her borrowers responded to having someone they can connect with.
So our whole mission is we're the company that cares.
Guerrero says that's the key. Help your customers make the right decision for them. She feels some originators take shortcuts, and it can hurt your customers and your business.
For most people, this is one of the biggest purchases in their lives, and a lot of people treat this just as a numbers game.
You can read more about Talita's journey to the top of the mortgage industry in NMP Magazine, available at nmpmag.com. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Katie Jensen.
Thanks, Katie. Coming up, the Feds score another big settlement as they crack down on redlining.
I don't have to be babysitting my loans. I don't have to be checking on everything. I get to spend more time with my family at the same time as I'm closing more loans. Join Sunwest Mortgage, and you're going to see that for yourself. It's the best experience ever, honestly.
Break free of the matrix of manual loan processing and underwriting. Use Morgan now.
Welcome back. The Department of Justice reached another big settlement in its fight against redlining, with Ohio-based Park National Bank agreeing to a $9 million settlement. The DOJ says Park National did not offer mortgages or advertise their services to Black and Hispanic borrowers between 2015 and 2021. Additionally, out of the bank's 101 mortgage lenders during that period, all but one were white. Park National also didn't advertise its services to those who only speak limited English. Legal experts say that this is the first time this type of allegation has been made in a redlining case. The consent order would require the bank to do a laundry list of things, including investing nearly $8 million into a loan subsidy to help increase credit for Black and Hispanic borrowers. Park National also has to open at least one branch and one loan production officer in a majority Black and Hispanic neighborhoods in the Columbus, Ohio area. A judge still needs to approve the settlement. In other news, buyers continue to see their purchasing power shrink as mortgage rates rise. And now the NAHB says that a $250,000 home is out of reach for half of all U.S. households. That's nearly 65 million households. The Home Builder Association says its revised affordability pyramid puts affordability concerns into perspective and goes a long way toward explaining why housing affordability now stands at more than a 10-year low. The median home price nationwide is nearly $426,000. A figure that is unaffordable for 96.5 million households. That's roughly 75%. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today. Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will attempt to convince Congress and the country that his agency has inflation under control. Powell is scheduled to testify before the Senate today and then the House Financial Services Subcommittee tomorrow. And he'll try to show that the Fed's ongoing rate hikes are getting inflation down, even as recent data shows price growth is being stubborn. Lawmakers on both sides have been critical of the Fed, worried the rate hikes will send the economy into a recession. But if that's not enough pressure, the wrong words from Powell could send investors into a tizzy. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.